In a peaceful village nestled against the edge of a vast, lush green forest, life was simple and sweet. This was the home of Ayan, a kind and curious little boy, whose heart was full of wonder. The forest was his playground, a magical kingdom where every tree held a secret and every whisper of the wind told a story. He spent his days exploring its winding paths, his friends, the fluttering butterflies, and the singing birds. To Ayan, this wasn't just a forest. It was a world of endless discovery. One bright morning, as warm sunlight filtered through the leaves, Ayan was wandering near the forest's edge, when something unusual caught his eye. There on the mossy ground lay a single leaf, glowing with a soft, enchanting green light. It shimmered with tiny sparkles, unlike anything he had ever seen. He knelt down, his eyes wide with amazement, the leaf's gentle glow reflected in them. With a curious hand, he gently picked it up. As soon as he touched it, the leaf trembled in his palm, pulsing with a warm, living energy. Then, a soft, mystical voice seemed to whisper from the leaf itself, calling his name. Ayan looked around, startled, his heart beginning to race. "Who's there?" he wondered aloud. The voice spoke again, its tone both ancient and gentle. "The forest needs your help, Ayan. A small friend is in trouble." A wave of fear, mixed with an undeniable pull of curiosity, washed over him. He took a deep, steadying breath, his small face set with determination. "I will help," he whispered, stepping bravely into the deeper, shadowed parts of the forest. As he ventured further, the familiar sounds of the woods began to fade. The birds fell silent, and an expectant hush fell over the trees. The air grew still, and motes of dust danced in the few sunbeams that broke through the thick canopy. Ayan paused, listening intently, his senses on high alert. That's when he heard a faint, shaky whimper echoing through the silence. He followed the sound, his heart leading the way, until he came to a thick patch of bushes. Pushing the leaves aside, his eyes fell upon a heartbreaking sight. A tiny bunny was hopelessly tangled in a web of sharp, thorny vines. Its big, sad eyes were filled with tears, and its little body trembled with fear and pain. It looked so helpless. Ayan's heart immediately went out to the poor creature. He knelt down beside it, his movements slow and gentle so as not to frighten it more. "Don't be scared," Ayan whispered, his voice full of warmth. "I'm here to help you." Slowly and very carefully, he began to work on the tangled thorns. The bunny flinched a little, but it seemed to understand Ayan was trying to help, and it stayed still, trusting him. With incredible patience, Ayan worked until, one by one, the thorns fell away. Finally, the little bunny was free. Ayan gently lifted the trembling creature into his arms, cradling it softly. "You're safe now," he said with a comforting smile. At that very moment, the magical leaf in his hand began to glow with an intense, brilliant light. A powerful wave of emerald green energy spread out from it, washing over the entire forest in a breathtaking display. The air filled with sparkling particles like thousands of tiny green fireflies. The trees themselves began to shimmer with life, their bark and leaves outlined in a soft, ethereal glow. Flowers that had been closed just moments before suddenly burst into bloom, painting the forest floor with vibrant colors. It was as if the whole forest was celebrating Ayan's act of kindness, awakening in a chorus of silent, joyful gratitude. The magical leaf then floated out of Ayan's hand, hovering in the air before him. The wise voice spoke again, its light pulsing with each word. "Kindness," Ayan, it said, "is the true magic. It is the light that heals the world." Just then, the rescued bunny hopped down and gave Ayan's leg a grateful nuzzle. Ayan laughed, a pure, joyful sound that echoed through the rejuvenated woods, his heart feeling fuller than it ever had before. The bunny, now full of life, hopped happily away into the glowing forest, disappearing into the magical light. Ayan looked up at the sky, inspired and filled with a profound new understanding. He realized that even the smallest act of goodness had the power to create big, beautiful changes. As he watched, the magical leaf spun one last time, dissolving into a shower of green sparkles that slowly faded into the air. A deep sense of peace settled over him. He felt changed, older and wiser in a way he couldn't quite explain. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold, Ayan started his walk back toward the village. He imagined all the ways he could help now the birds with broken wings, the thirsty plants, all the animals of the forests. He now knew a wonderful secret. Kindness wasn't just something you do. It was a magic that lived inside you. A magic that could make the whole world a brighter, more beautiful place. And so, with courage in his step and a universe of compassion in his heart, Ayan walked home, forever the guardian of the forest's greatest magic.